Hello, this is Simone. I have decided to create some reflections videos on 2018 and tell you what I learned for going forward into 2019 and how I'm going to plan, memory keep or scrapbook and journal in 2019. This past year was a year of learning for me, and you will see that when I'm going to show you what I used. So the first video I'm doing now is a planning video. I'm going to go through all of the things I used for planning in 2018 and what I will be using in 2019. So let's start. In January, I started out with these planners. This is a pocket notebook, and I had this main thing in here, which was my Project Life notebook. So I had a page for each week that I was going to document in these pocket page protectors. I wrote down, well, keywords, I would say, so that I would remember why I chose a certain photo and what I was going to write about it. And that helped me throughout the year. I slacked off in the end, as you can see right here. There's a lot of blank pages here. Then I have some notes again. That's about the state where I'm in right now. I'm still trying to get photos in. I have printed them, but I need to get them into the album. And here is another one of the notes I took. I started putting photos in, and now I'm taking notes again for when I'm actually decorating the page protectors. Then I had another notebook in here that I used for my Currently album, which I fell off and didn't continue after the summer. So that was my notes for this. And then I had another one for scrapbooking, ideas, journaling, all the things I wanted to do are in this notebook. So that is kind of my scrapbooking planner, if you want to call it that. And I had used it throughout the year. And this was my day-to-day daily planner. It is a Coco Daisy Dory in standard size. I haven't really, this was the meal planning section. These were goals that I was trying to accomplish, and then I had one page per day. I think I cut out some of this here, and then I went on and just, I don't even know what system I followed. Maybe I just put down all the things I needed to do. This is how it went through the whole month. It's not very structured, it's just a list for each day. And it was kind of empty, which bothered me. And so I'm just going to flip through this more and show you what else. The thing is, another thing that happened to me in January, I tore my ACL. Is that in here? I think that's the page that's missing here. This is where I tore my ACL. Maybe that's why it's so blank. Could be because I spent most of the month on the couch. The second month, I used the Daisy Dory in standard size. Looks a little bit more structured here. I used color coding for the top 3 things I needed to do that day. I still had just my to-do list here. Then I think, yeah, for each video I made, I used a post-it note and then checked off the boxes like filming, taking photos, adding a title photo, editing the video, and voicing the video over. So that was what happened here. Things that needed to be on my schedule, I put down here. And then, again, kind of empty. And it really sometimes I had plans for the week that I had to transfer over and over again, since I used it as a daily page. This was the Instagram challenge, or the Instagram schedule that I wanted to follow. And there was a monthly to-do list, a shopping list here, and that was it. I put the Cocoa Daisy Planner challenges on the back of both of these notebooks. And then I don't have anything left of those pages, but in March I decided to move to a pocket planner, which worked really, really well for quite a long time. These are the monthly pages that I printed from Peanuts Planner Co. and decorated here. I usually didn't really use them very much, just as a general overview of my month. And this is, for instance, the May pages. I put my goals in the front of the page, and then I had a general monthly list that I drew from. I had printable inserts from Annie Plans. I also tested Printable Kate, and I don't know what else I tried. Oh yeah, Peanuts Planner Co. as well. I put down a list of things I needed to do for the next week, and then my day on 2 pages started. So I had a scheduled page on this side where I put down if I had to be someplace, or like here there was a game, same here. And then on the other side I put my daily to-do list. So instead of having a list that went on through like this right here, I had a schedule on the right or left side, and then a to-do list on the other side, which I used for several months. I used it in March, April, May, and then I think June as well. I stopped using it in September because I realized again that I was how do I say this? I wasn't getting the weekly view, and I loved having a scheduled vertical paper or planner like this, but I wanted to have the schedule on one spread, and that didn't work in a pocket planner for me. Also, what I also noticed was I put, for instance, here in July, I put the videos and Cocoa Daisy Planner Challenge on a different planner, like this horizontal planner here, and had a separate section for that, and it completely didn't work for me. I am someone who only looks at one page at a time. If what I need to do isn't on there, I'm probably not going to do it. And so I set up this planner for September right here. This was Hello September. I didn't use any of the pages, I think maybe the first week. And then I saw people using the Ichiban Tattoo. And I had purchased a notebook, and so I decided to just reimagine the layout of the Ichiban Tattoo. And so I started on Monday the 10th. So the first week of September I still used the pocket planner, but then I quickly moved on to trying the setup of the Ichiban Tattoo, so I would be able to see if that would work for me. And it worked really, really great. I had a weekly to-do list. I had a tracker down here. I had my top goals up here. I changed that later on. And then I had my timed schedule. I didn't have any times on there, but I wrote them down. But the rest was just things I needed to do. I was able to see the time blocks that were available for me. And yeah, so I used this Rhodia notebook .grid to test out the layout of the Ichiban Tattoo, and once I realized it worked for me, I just kept on going. I made a blog schedule for Cocoa Daisy right here. I had a monthly overview in here, and then I just used the pages as they went, they came along. And there's more weekly spreads. And then let me just look for the other weekly spreads that I made. So that was October here. And then I decided I wanted to have all the weekly spreads right behind each other for each month until I was able to use this. And so I just prepped a whole set of monthly or weekly pages at once. So that was October. Again, you can see it's kind of full and kind of not. And that's just how it went. And then I went over, this was the last 3 days of October. That's November. There is the November monthly. And then there is the November pages. I started working in October, so there's lots of big blocks for work that went away, and you can see I stopped adding too much into this planner. So I might, if I had known that I wouldn't be using it that much, maybe I wouldn't have bought the A5 size, but the A6 size. That's okay though. I'm going to show you how this looks in the Ichiban Tattoo now. I have full walkthroughs. I have a full walkthrough of this notebook. I also have probably lots of setup videos for all of those months on my channel. I will link them in the description, playlists and some videos in the description box below, so you can have a look if that interests you more. But this is what I'm using right now, and this is how it evolved. This is a Foxy Fix Perfect Fit cover in Wildflower Sedona. I have this charm on the front from Tim Holtz. It says enjoy the journey. There is one of those notebooks for from this planner, the Ichiban Tattoo, the idea notebook in here, and I'm using this like a bullet journal for all the lists that I had in here that are planner related. I am using this notebook still to use for notes, like work notes when I had to do some kind of courses. This was for my food, what is it called? The food handlers course. There are recipes here. This is for my goal setting for 2019. So everything that is long-term, that is learning, goes in here. Everything that is planning and more short-term, maybe for the first quarter, half of 2019, goes in here. I'm going to use mostly the monthly view to have, again, as I said before, an overview of the week, the month, so that I see when I'm working, when my kids go to school, when they are on competitions, when there is no school, stuff like that goes here. And then I have the weekly pages just as I had them in the Rhodia notebook. However, what I love about this is that it's already pre-printed. I do not have to set it up at all. I can use a pen if I want to and just go with it. And you can see this has gone really very bare. I used these stickers because I received them in a kit from Happy Scrappy. Once they are done, I'm probably not going to add any stickers just because I don't have any and I don't really need them because the weeklies are already dated. I use boxes for things that go on longer than just 1 hour. I use things like this says 3:30 p.m. PU Linus means I have to pick up my son at 3:30. This is an appointment. I started to use black for my scheduled appointments. And then this week, the week of the 17th, week 51, 2 weeks ago, I started to use red for all the things I need to do. So there is just a visual reminder for me that all the black things are fixed appointments, and all the red stuff is the stuff I have to do. And I really like using the two colors. Since we were on vacation last week, I didn't write down a lot. We came back on Thursday, so I made a list of things to do on Friday. I worked, I need to do more of those. This tracker is like really falling down the wayside. I have the Cocoa Daisy Planner Challenge down here. The meals are in pencil. And if I do videos, I put them in this, not column, what's that, row right here. Yeah, I love that I can decorate if I want to, but I don't have to. As you can see, it's already not stickered up here. I have my work hours in. My kids are on vacation, so I don't really have any appointments yet. I have my to-do list for the next week, and I still need to work on January and put in the Cocoa Daisy Planner Challenge. But this is what it looks like. I love that I can add appointments more than just for the month or more than I have set up, because I don't need to set it up. So this was something during the past year that I realized that I'm not loving setting up a planner every month from scratch. And so it was really important for me to find a planner that was already dated, already ready for me to use, that I could decorate if I wanted to, but that I didn't have to work on to be able to use it. And that's why as much as I love using this notebook just for everything as a catch-all, like usually you would use a bullet journal, that's the reason why I wasn't going to continue using this, even though it is more creative and is a lot prettier and more fun than this. I just don't really want to put too much time and too much creativity into the planner, just because that's where I'm at right now. There is no right or wrong. At this point in my life, I like putting my creativity someplace else. And so that's what I'm going to do for now. I hope this is going to work for me all year long. I have also realized, as you can see, that sometimes things just don't work for a whole year. There is no reason why January 1st marks a completely new planning system. And so if at one point in the coming year this is not going to work for me, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to go with whatever works for me at that time in my life, because I want my planner to work for me and help me to be the most productive that I can be. So that's everything what I have to say about planning and planning systems. What has been really, really great and what I'm going to continue using for 2019 is this really tiny monthly planner that is not dated at all. It just comes like this. It has a Monday start, which I really love. I cannot work with Sunday start planners, really. They just mess up my brain. It's from Muji. It was, I don't even know how much it was. I purchased it in March of 2018. And I used it in the beginning I used it for videos, my blog, design team assignments, and Instagram. But it quickly became just a YouTube planner. And I used it a lot, and I didn't use it for some months as well. I really liked just having an overview and a place where I can jot down ideas and notes, and that's exactly how it's going to work in January. And for the rest of the year, I'm going to put ideas for videos down here, and then once I have them, I will put down when I put them up. And maybe I'm going to plan videos. I'm not sure about that. I have decided for myself that I'm not going to stress about having a routine, a schedule. Whenever I feel like making a video, I'm going to make it. If I don't feel like making a video, it's not going to happen. So it's just there for the ideas and for spreading them out throughout the months. I have already dated and stamped it up through December. I still need to go in and fill in the dates for November and December. And then there's still, I think, about 6 or 7 months left. So this will even last me way into 2020 if I still need to use it. And that's, I think, everything except for one thing I missed. Yeah, this one. So I showed you, so this is my planner. It will replace these. I am going to use this as a planner for 2019. This will be my learning and listing and deep thinking notebook. There's still a lot of pages left, so I think it will last me, depending on how much I'm learning and writing, this will probably last me for another 6 or 8 months. That's the other thing that's going to be a staple. Then this one, I'm not going to do a currently album. I want to continue with my Project Life album. I'm not going to go dig deep into this. This is just going to be for fun if I have time. Don't want to overwhelm myself with too much must-dos in 2019. And so I'm going to use this notebook. I probably should say what these are from. This is a Chic Sparrow, a Pemberley pocket. And this one is the Time Traveler's Notebook. I won this from Michelle for naming this Arizona Dreams leather, helping her name this leather. And I just have a cut down Muji notebook to this size. And this is going to be my Project Life notebook. Yeah, that's about it. And then I have my YouTube planners. So these are my planners for 2019. And since I am doing a reflection on all the different things I did in 2018, I will also be filming a complete lineup video. So wait for that video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and if you're still confused or if you don't know what to do, maybe look at all the things you did last year and see what worked and didn't and go from there. And especially don't let yourself, or don't go down on yourself because you are not using something for a year. There is no rule that says that you have to stick to one specific planner system for 365 days. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.